is like 78. All right, this man is big himself. Start mixing it in with the bigger guys, you're gonna get big paychecks out of this sport. So I think both of these guys are in the opportunity. They got to shine, Lee. I see HBO putting money behind them because they have to. They need guys to compete with what Showtime is moving right now in the heavyweight division.
Yep, I completely agree. I can't believe that's your leadoff story. HBO is sucking wind trying to find fights to put on the air. They have literally and utterly dismantled HBO boxing.
And you'll see why. I mean, look at what Bob Arum said about Loma versus Linares.
Yeah, I agree. Hold on. Let's get there in a second. Layla Ali, Sugar Shane Mosley, and Ernie Shavers are top 2018 Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame class. Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame inductees for this year have been announced for August 18th, Caesars Palace. Legendary Layla Ali, who is only legendary because her dad is Muhammad Ali, for those of you who live under a rock.
Oh, my God.
Who basically had the most lackluster boxing career against nobodies.
But made the most money ever.
What a joke. I mean,
a pay-per-view event to fight Frazier's daughter who never had a fight.
Right.
They put it on pay-per-view and we bought it. Lee, my family bought it. We were going for Frazier, just to say.
Layla Ali had this to say. I am so excited about our no. Did she say that? Who said this? Oh, Michelle Carreras Lewis, the CEO of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. By the way, the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame is like a bullshit made-up thing. Ooh, I cussed. It's a made-up thing,
and that's
everybody.
Corrales' wife.
For those of you who don't know, Michelle Corrales Lewis, who's remarried, Diego Corrales' ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yes. Mrs. Corrales, who kept the last name Corrales and then hyphened it to Lewis because she remarried. Boy, she went white, didn't she?
I don't know.
Lewis sounds white, man. Come on.
Oh, my gosh.
Once you go white, you never go back. That's what they say.
Brandon Rios was wearing a Diego Corrales shirt. That was pretty cool. Shout out to Rios for that.
It was actually on again this past week. Corrales Castillo was on again this past week on Showtime.
Oh, that was a great fight. Yeah,
it was a great fight. And listening to Al Bernstein going, I don't know why the ref let the fight go on. Like they're talking about it in retrospect. Yeah, because it was a great fight, Al. I don't want to break it to you. That's why they didn't stop it when he spit his mouthpiece out.
Whew, you got lucky.
Of the 14-member class, 9 are being elected as boxers and 5 are non-boxing participants. The living inductees are Ali, Chris Bird, Todd DeBoof. This is such a made-up BS thing. Come on. Chris Bird.
Will you just read it?
Chris Bird, dude. Can we stop right there? For those of you who don't even know, like you heard the name, who's Chris Bird? All right, Chris Bird is the former IBF champion, 2-time IBF champion. I'll be polite.
Former Olympian.
Oh, come on.
Come on, man. You got to give him.
Todd DeBoof's only famous for banging
Don't
Bob
say
Arum's
it.
daughter.
You don't want to say that.
What else has he done?
He married the woman. I don't think you have to use.
He banged her before he married her.
Now you're talking about the Bob father. I would not be talking about his daughter like that.
Kevin Kelly, really? Boy, did HBO hitch their pony to Kevin Kelly and try to make us believe that dude was a star until he got to the elite level and got his crap handed to him. Don Miner, Shane Mosley. All right, I'll let Shane go.
Yeah, yes.
My favorite in this, Senator Harry Reid. Jerry Roth. Jerry Roth.
Yeah, that's the one I like. Hey, you give the most screwed
and Ernie Shaver
ever.
Now, let's induct all the dead people, all right? Alexis Arguello, deserving.
Yeah.
Henry Armstrong, don't know.
What took so long with Henry?
Yeah,
is it? I don't know.
I don't know what took them. First of all, why did it take them so long on Alexis Arguello? Let's start right there. Henry Armstrong, Jack Doc Kearns, Bill Miller, and Aaron Pryor's just now being talk about a BS Hall of Fame.
They got some making up to do, I guess. They're all next year. Maybe Sugar Ray Robinson and Joe Louis.
Yeah,
will
maybe.
make the list.
We'll get around to it. Hey, you know, it might be time to put Muhammad Ali in.
Yeah.
Arguello and Pryor are just now going in. Really? He's going in the same class as Chris Bird and Todd DeBoof. How insulting is this?
Hey,
I can't get over the Chris Bird Todd DeBoof thing. Todd DeBoof is famous for marrying well. Come on.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with Todd. I don't understand how Todd DeBoof, unless
He's
he
a
does
legend.
something that
He
we
needs
don't
to
know
be in the
about
Hall of
Lee.
Fame.
You're
tell
absolutely
you kids,
right on that call.
Oh,
He got lucky. You know what I mean? He asked the girl for a girl's number. She turned in to be one
yes!
of the most powerful.
That is exactly what it was. Hey, I met her at a party. Yeah, that's his
it.
biggest move in life. Hey, would you like to go out sometime? Those are the words that came out of his mouth.
Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame for you. Son, come on in here and let me teach you all about boxing.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Speaking of the Bob father, Bob Arum, Lomachenko Linares fallout proves deceitful nature of HBO. Top-ranked CEO Bob Arum is still very annoyed with the fallout of lightweight bout Vasyl Lomachenko and WBA world champion Jorge Linares. Arum has an ESPN televised date of May 12th for New York's Madison Square Garden, penciled in for Lomachenko's debut at 135 pounds. But going forward on the date creates a conflict with Golden Boy because HBO is televising the replay of the Canelo-Golovkin rematch on the same date, likely paired with a live card. The Canelo-Golovkin pay-per-view taking place on May 5th. Arum explains that he was under the impression that the deal was reached with Linares' main promoter, Tekken Promotions of Japan. But the veteran promoter claims that the bout fell apart when HBO Sports head Peter Nelson spoke with Linares' promoter, Golden Boy, and convinced them to stay away from that date. He says HBO has no issues when it comes to counter-programming his live content on ESPN, but won't allow Golden Boy to counter-program a pay-per-view replay. We made a deal with main events promoter of Linares, Tekken, to fight on May 12th, which is a special date for us, and we are looking to do the fight on May 12th. It's the weekend of the Boxing Writer Association of America dinner in New York. He's got all the writers there. Smart move. It's a major date. The Madison Square Garden is available, and we booked it. We have a tremendous lead-in with the NBA playoffs. Arum stated during a Reddit chat. As far as HBO and Golden Boy and Oscar De La Hoya is concerned, those were his exact word. Oscar De La Hoya is concerned. Remember last year we did a fight on November 11th. They put a fight on HBO against our fight. We did Loma versus Rigo on December 9th. And HBO put a fight against us. Now suddenly they're taking the position they can't put a fight against ESPN on May 12th. It just shows the deceitful nature of HBO and the people who run HBO sports. Bob Arum had this to say: I thought the fight was completely done before Peter Nelson convinced Golden Boy to start all of this nonsense. Yeah. But here's the thing. How do I say it? HBO and this extraordinary individual Peter Nelson don't seem to know crap about boxing anymore.
Yeah. He's trying to stay away from Bob Arum, I think, Lee. He knows if Bob Arum comes back to HBO and immediately flips these ratings, right?
Yep.
What happens
He'll never hear
to
the
Peter
end of
Nelson?
it, and he won't be able to afford it.
That's right.
And trust me, Bob will make sure he never hears the end of it.
And he never works in the boxing industry again. After Peter Nelson's done with HBO, I do not see him signing with Showtime, as sometimes you see these sports executives do. This guy has totally burned his bridge, and now he's ruined one of the best fight weekends our sport would have had this year. You're talking about the replay of Triple G Canelo with the follow-up of a Lomachenko Linares, Lee? Is that not an awesome night of HBO boxing?
Yep.
We're not paying pay-per-view for this. What an asshole.
Well,
Straight out.
Well, I'm ready to tell you this. I'm excited for our next story. Arum, Crawford, Horn, Pacquiao, Alvarado headed to Las Vegas, not MSG.
to Las Vegas.
Awesome. Not to mention, here's why I'm excited. Top Rank handles their own credentials, which means I'm going to the fight. Yep. Promoter Bob Arum told Boxing Scene Tuesday the Terrence Crawford, Jeff Horn, Manny Pacquiao, Mike Alvarado doubleheader won't take place in Madison Square Garden. No. You know why? Because MGM desperately needs anybody to book an MGM property right now. The ESPN pay-per-view show features Crawford and Pacquiao scheduled for April 14th. Instead, is headed to the MGM Resorts International properties, probably the Mandalay Bay, in Las Vegas. Why? Because the Mandalay Bay will basically give them the arena right now. They just need bodies in that casino. And it's a good fight card.
But Lee, we do got to bring up the fact that something happened here because 2 weeks ago, Las Vegas was rejecting.
And he's talking about it right here. Okay, Bob Arum,
there you go.
Bob Arum had this to say. It's a bit much even for New York, particularly with a lot of stuff going on in Barclays. For us to come there in March, April, and May is a lot. Arum went on to say, we're making progress on it. I'm gonna talk to McKinsey tonight and hopefully wrap it all up. He's actually talking about adding fights to the card to really stack it out. I don't think any of this is set in gold, but I completely understand. I mean, the whole East Coast, West Coast, East Coast, West Coast thing, 3 months in a row, that's a lot. That is a lot. For a Vegas-based promotion.
Something still happened because 2 weeks ago, Las Vegas is booked up for all of April because of an NHL hockey playoffs, right?
Not the Mandalay Bay. Here's the thing. Not the Mandalay Bay. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why that is. I was there for Valentine's Day, all right? I stayed at the Delano. For those of you who don't know, the Delano's on the Mandalay Bay property. Valentine's Day weekend actually had a trade show at the Mandalay Bay that had 120,000 people at it. Like, it was a big trade show for clothing. I'm telling you, the hotel was empty. So I get a price out of New York, and I figure out my production costs to go to Barclay, right? And they tell me a number. And then I get Mandalay Bay that can't draw flies, fleas, or anything, and they basically say to me, we'll give you the arena. Right? And it's in your backyard. You tell me. Where are you going to put the fight? It's going to draw. It's going to
I totally get that. But Lee, in the report, it said that the other casinos were building around the playoffs, the T-Mobile playoffs, meaning they expected over 17,000 hockey fans to be at that arena.
Sure, so but you and I both know that if this goes off on ESPN, this is an afternoon fight. This thing all starts like at around 5 or 6, so it's got East Coast time.
No, they won't do that.
Yeah, it's going to go live. Okay, ESPN's going to go live.
When have they ever played to the East Coast
They're
time
going
frame?
to. I guarantee it.
Well, that's one prediction you'll be out there on your own with. I don't believe that at all.
Well,
no one has ever cared about the East Coast. They show basketball at midnight.
Oh no, I know. They do all kinds of wacky stuff for people in New York.
I feel sorry for the East Coast sports fan, man. It's a terrible life.
But I'm not going to be surprised. Look, first of all, I'm excited as hell. It's a fight I get to go to.
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm glad it came back to Las Vegas. Okay,
look, Andrew, you gotta go ask permission right now while we're recording the show. You should just go in there, hat in hand, honey.
No, I got too many things to do. If I'm not getting paid to go, I'm not going. I'm not going to be a fan.
All right, how much do you have to get paid to go? Give me a number.
That's something we'll talk about off. Yeah, Lee, come on.
Let's negotiate. I'm prepared to put a. Maybe I should be like everybody else and start a Kickstarter page. Send Andrew to Vegas.
No. I'm telling you, we're getting back into this. Don't worry, I'll tell you off the air. No need to know everything. Matter of fact, watch this. All right, I'm going to keep talking mess.
All right. Manny Pacquiao's ready to go. He's ready for Lucas Matisse.
I know, it's sad.
Manny Pacquiao is ready to go.
Look at this. This is
a good fight.
Clear example of Bob Arum stopping the profit of one of his fighters. He does not want Manny to get a win like Lucas Matisse, because what does Manny's price tag do?